We're on MixedTV.tv. It is 7 before 8 a.m. Chris Cosby is the president and CEO of Parkridge Health System. Chris, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing great, and I wanted to get an update now. We know the Certificate of Need hearing, the date changed. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it changed. It's now February 25th, and really that stems from the weather coming across, right? I think we've seen the devastating effects it's had in the state, some in the region, but if you look at Nashville and Memphis and those parts of the state, it's been pretty devastating. And people have to travel from all over the state to get to the hearing in Nashville. But also, I look at decisions that I make every day, and especially I know every decision I make affects patient care. And it affects my staff and their family's life. When I look at staff member, I'm not looking at one set of eyes, I'm looking at 4 sets of eyes on average. And so that's not lost to me. And so to think about that, I'm asking people to drive to Nashville to support us and risk driving over Mont Eagle or any ice-free roads. And so that's the reason we punted it. It does look like we made the right decision because they have canceled the January hearing. So that came out yesterday that the January hearing's already been moved to February anyway. So it was the right call. Everybody's safe. Our prayers and thoughts are with everybody in the state going through issues right now. We know there's still a couple 100,000 people without power. So our thoughts and prayers are with them.
Chris Cosby is the president and CEO of Parkridge Health System. So for those who may not know, tell us why you feel this project is so important.
This is about choice. This is about giving the patients, the residents of this region, another choice for high-quality ER care, something in their backyard so they don't have to drive to Hamilton County or somewhere else to get an additional choice. This is not Parkridge versus Bradley. This is about the residents of Bradley County, the residents of Southeastern Polk County, and other parts of this region.
All right. So, Chris, if you'd like to speak to the comment or the question about if Parkridge is successful here, you would just transfer patients to Chattanooga?
Absolutely not. Patients have a legal right to make the choice for themselves. When you access ER, your and your family's anxiety is through the roof. You're scared to death, right? You're looking for an answer. Sometimes you're looking for a miracle. And it's our job to help relieve that anxiety, keep you informed about what's happening to you. And at that point, it's time for you to make an educated decision. We're there to advise you, and then you make the decision. Where you want to go is where we will work. We work very hard to get you there. You drive your decision once we know what's wrong with you.
Chris Cosby is the president and CEO of Parkridge. So let's talk about that process also as far as transfer. Would patients still, as a question came up, be automatically transferred to a Parkridge hospital in Chattanooga?
Absolutely not. Same concept that I just said is that you drive the health care. It's our job to relieve your anxiety, educate you about what's wrong, and let you make decisions. I think the other piece there, I think some of those 2 questions are like specialists. Like when you're discharged from the ER, you're not quite sick enough, your acuity is not quite high enough to go to a hospital. But you do need follow-up. You do need to see a specialist. And there's some false information that we plan to just ship all that to Chattanooga. That's not true. We would love to work with the local physicians here in Bradley County and help work. The best thing we can do is help keep the residents the ability to go see their follow-up appointment local. We want them to get the care they deserve. We automatically will not make them go to Chattanooga. That's just false information.
All right, Chris Cosby, president and CEO of Parkridge. If you want to remind us on the details of the new hearing once again, and then how people can find out more.
Yeah, so the hearing, February 25th, it's the same thing. 15 people from across the state will hear our side, the opposition side, and they will make a decision that day. So we will be fully prepared for that day. I would highly encourage you to consider going to Nashville. We will help get you there. Or going to parkridgeclevelandER.com and filling out a letter of support. If you just got questions, there's tons. I've been everywhere, right, answering questions. But if you still got other questions, go to parkridgeclevelandER.com, ask a question. We will get you an answer. But really, consider going to Nashville to let your voice be heard. Consider writing a letter of support. We've now got additional time that we didn't have last week, right? You've got more time to get this done. But if you've been on the fence and you got questions, ask those questions so we can get you the answer to help you make a decision, because we're here for you. We want to make sure you have another choice in the community and that you have the ability to have access to another high-quality ER.
Chris Cosby, President and CEO of Parkridge Health System. Chris, thanks so much.
Thank you. Y'all stay warm. It
All right.
was 7 when I left my house this morning, so y'all stay warm.
7 degrees.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Chris. All right, let's get a news update right here.